Alright. Just a regular sound test here. One, two. 1, 2. Alright, that seems good. Hello, Mothman. Let's rig some stuff. Chris. I'm up. Nice. One more time. Save.
頼むぞ。
There we go.
悪魔が
I'm not really using you anymore. I think I'll do that. No. Decisions.
この悪魔でいいのだな。ほほう。
Yay!
.仲間を集めてまた来るがよい。
Fair enough. I haven't done much to be fair. Just Star stream seems to be good. Audio seems to be good, so yeah. I think a bit busy there playing wise, but otherwise, I'm good. How's your day, man? Yeah. Oh shit, it'd be Spider-Man. Nah, we like old man. Perfect. Sounds good, dude. Very nice to hear. Yeah, it rarely be like that, dude, does it? I wasn't doing much here. You did. It's fun like that. What were you weak to again? Fire. Guaranteed turn here. And we have a mega buff here. And you can always ask, I can just choose to ignore it, but that depends. So the option is, it's up to you. Right. No. Pass this one? Oh, damn it. He is he's getting quite beat up now. Bonk. I don't have enough MP for that. I doesn't really work like that because you can give yourself a lot more XP quickly. So the game is not based around that. So yeah. And the reason why is you can grind a lot more for XP or use items for specifically to level yourself much higher. But yeah, good question though. So. And good question. Good question. Khan hits fire, so let's give him some fire. Even you're not doing much. You don't have enough to do pierce armor? I think we'll do this. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you are incentivized for taking risks, so there's actually risk reward. Yep. What a sore loser. Yeah, I went with this dude because I like him, and also he is pretty awesome as just being the king of nope. And you will see what I mean by that. Yeah, the thing as well is like, especially with that as in itself, this is like literally, or I mean, everything is kind of busted if you're strong enough. If anything, I think the original vanilla game was too much of like, yeah, if the power difference was too wide, you couldn't do it. Like, it just wouldn't work. Like, it would be very traditional RPG in that regard. Here, they reward you more for creativity. But as you can see, like, one skill or one specific good matchup is enough for you to combat, like, any bad situation. So if you have the brains, you can do some absurd bullshit. So, it's not that kind of game, to be fair. So... So yeah.
So. つまり。そう。 ねえ。
Regarding that, multiple encounters was not a thing in the original. It is here, so. And again, many of the things are optional difficulties. I don't think with the way this game works, with the ability to have counter and stuff like that, I think difficulty is not that important, if you will. It's more the sense of I can progress in this way. But they definitely have helped you out, though, in one way here. When they have given you free stat points every time you talk to the bench in the Demon Hunt. That was not a thing in the OG. And the you being friends with a demon and then they got additional stats. So I think it's neutral, so yeah. But I wouldn't say it's that much harder, because again, I have multiple tools to buff myself, and I'll just demonstrate here. Because I haven't used any one of, or how Gospel here. I haven't used any one of these here to, and those are basically buff things. So you can also farm those things here. And also many of the things on the map, here. There are many of these icons with like the cat ears, here. I haven't used, which is also free XP, so if I zoom in, like, how can I demonstrate? Yeah, you see the cat ear here and here, basically in the middle. So there are multiples of those statues I've saved, because again, it gets exponentially hard to grind. So if you play it tactically well, you can do that, because then you're getting XP with no encounter. So if you're thinking smartly, I think this game is less restrictive than Pokemon, which is quote-unquote a kid's game. So, yeah, you can totally do this. I mean, you have tons of side quests. There are, for example, like many of the side quests I've done gave me, for example, here, Makatsuki skills. Oh, story objectives, yeah, here. That is also a thing that will guide you. Quests here, so like you have many sub-quests that will help you. And you can also see what they will give you, or they will even give you recommended levels, you know. Again, the game is not as brutal. It can be brutal in its difficulty, but you can save everywhere. Now, you couldn't do that in the OG, so. I think this is a very, very reasonable game. It will just make you punished for being stupid. So. And again, it's fun, so. If anything, I think that the punishment of it actually makes it more engaging. So. So, and again, there is tutorial for everything, and if you like your whole power fantasy, if you will, like, it's so good as well for that. So, and there are little tricks in here, like you can choose the way you want to buff your character as well. So, this is instead of using money or mark as it's called here. And since I have enough of these Grimoire, I can easily just level them up and get something. Oh yeah, and now we have Mr. Onyakompon. He's super cool. Alright, let's use him more. He's cool. I like him. Also respect for SMT to introduce African characters that isn't just Egypt. Like, look at this guy. Yeah, pretty cool. I like this dude. I will thank you, hard mode man. Right, let's progress with some story. Let's check this. Oh yeah, this is also a new thing that added. The map, so you can see from sky view, which is very, very useful in my opinion. Yeah, you will need to go up front, and I will show you this guy here. Status. He's weak to physical, but look at how many things he just says nope to. So if you combine Hayato with this guy here, and you have like resist physical, I mean he can just steal turns for you and just shove him in. I jokingly call him the king of nope because of it. So. Like the Uno reverse card of SMT. Yeah, come here. Let's get some XP. You read it. It is pretty cool. And again, that is nothing to do with the, again, the stats or whatever, that's due to the system mechanics being created. And that was also a thing in the original, but again, I can't see a reason not to buy this version, because you literally get another story, the original, plus DLC from the original, and so yeah, to me it would be silly not to get this one here. No, I didn't attack first, damn it. Ah, stupid. Damn it. I didn't cut, right. Ah, that sucks. Right. Well, we to fire. Well, let's just gem his ass. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. God damn. So yeah, Grim Wars is a rare candy for your main character, so it's very nice. Damn it! God damn. I'm salty about that one. Not gonna lie. Sorry. Yeah. Me and subtly, right? Right. How are we doing this? Let's check the map. I did take the girl's hand, and then I gave her the golden handshake. There was actually a viewer that incentivized me to do that at your start of the game. So yeah, we are doing Canon of Vengeance. We are not allergic to girl handshakes. Anyways, good to see you back here. I remember you. You were the big SMT fan from California, if I remember correct. There we go. I try to remember. So you have Discord. That is correct. It is technically mine, but I consider it like a friends and others Discord. Yeah. Mr. Protest, if you're in the chat here, which I know you are, would you be a darling to send him that one? So that would be very nice. Right. Just a sec. I'll have to move stuff for a second. BRB. Right, thank you. Right, in a sec, in like 10 minutes I have to do getting some groceries. Just carry them because I live in an apartment, so I apologize for that one, so I just got a message from that. So, but yeah, tells me oh, damn. Oh, that sucks. You know what? You know what? I will send you one here then. Right, just a sec. Sorry for you guys watching this as a walkthrough, but again, sometimes stuff happens. Right. Link. Right. Fix the command. Thank you. Anyways, here should be a link if you aren't in here. It's basically a mixture of many things, and if this one works, then yeah. Sorry for that. It's pretty unprofessional, but again, that's my middle name. Jesus, sometimes I do the most trashy ways of fixing stuff. So. Right, now I have to do the hardest of hard things. Oh, Joe, gotcha. Yeah, I remember that name actually. Did you like do your stuff or something like that? Yeah, that's me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, no biggie. Yeah. Oh Jesus! I can just tell my brain is confused. Like bust today. We gotta get up here to get our apples. Apples are very important. This is not a way we can do. Go this way here. Do the climb, or do I have to do sky view to get up from a different way? Can't remember. Yeah, good to have you here. It's basically a Discord of like many things. It's both for me and my buddies and others. We're actually kind of having some discussions about to do some more community things because we're kind of like just chill and hang out, be a dork and nerd. So these games. Yeah, I remember. Like, believe it or not, this SMT 5 is actually the first one I've ever done. So. You like everything Atlas, I see. Yeah, can't remember this way here, so I'm just passing pause here. Might be a way to climb. No. Oh, interesting, interesting. Yeah, it turns out like that game draws a lot of people in. Can I figure this out? We aren't no quitter. Right. Was it a Vengeance or was it original 5? Seems to be more like that. Let's look up. So, like, you know the feeling when you have done this before and you're like, how did I do it last time? And then it's like, oh, that is how I did it. I feel I'm so close to having one of those moments now. And I'm just constantly being stupid, so... I'm definitely bound with the Soul Hackers too. I haven't finished it by any means, but I actually do like some parts of it more than I would have thought. So I thought the music so far was really cool, and I also like the idea of the main character, so she's actually pretty funny. So pretty charming main character, and also I have I am pretty allergic to high school settings, so the fact that it's not a high school setting is extremely appealing to me. So, oh yeah, also they announced Persona 6, what a surprise. Catherine, right, I haven't tried that one. Nice. There was many games, man. I actually have a Metaphor Refantasio, and I haven't even played it. Like, really have played it, so... I mean, I'm just in a case where I have too many games, I feel. And even though I have a lot of time now, if I'm being honest, I still can't get through many of the games I want. So yeah, logically, I'm continuing to play this game again. Because that is how you finish your backlog, guys. But joking aside, I just want to, like, I think this game is so cool, I want more people to see it. And again, it's super dope. There's even the demo and everything, so... If this seems cool in any regard and you want to have a feel for it, yeah. Try out a free demo. And I think this game is even on sale on PSN and stuff like that. I sound like an influencer, which is not my intention, but yeah, try this game, it's super dope. Right, I sadly have to do a little break here, because I promised to, not promised, I have to do some house stuff to help out, so yeah. I think there is a waypoint up here or to make sure else. It won't take much time, so. Oh, this one is sick looking. Fair enough, yeah, fair enough. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. Oh no! Jeez, gosh, that one. Right, just a sec, folks. I'll mute myself and then I'll be back in a bit. So, BRB. Oh, kept you waiting, huh? Oh boy. That took a bit more time than expected. Oh well. Oh no! Yeah, it was like a bit inconvenient, but yeah, we'll figure this out. Right. Yeah, I like that one. That's a good game. I think it's because I've actually hit 50 followers. I'm like, oh, fair enough. That's good. I'm pretty bad at this in Metal Gear, so, but I do like the franchise, and I think depending on how serious I am with this game, it will just be truly something. Very influential game and super sick. Like, we take this for granted nowadays, but like the voice acting of that game, I think I'm only gonna stick with one, just as a little bonus thing here. Again, I will take suggestions, but I am very much I like to do what I like to do kind of person, so I will not be kind of a let's player, if you will. It's just these games are cool. Just for reference, I have done with a friend of mine Shadow of Colossus, so, and I am planning to actually do a bit of psychology research from somebody called Carl Gustav Jung, which is he coined the term persona, an archetype, if that rings a bell. He's also very influential in psychological analysis of people, so that's also very influential for something called a little game called Silent Hill. If you, yep, man and symbols, indeed, you know. So knowing that, I should be more into Persona than I am, but yeah, just doesn't click with me that way. I think it's super cool in concept though, and this is where people perhaps get me wrong. I'm just being a bit of a hater, but I should like it more because I really enjoy Silent Hill. Especially the old ones with the underworld, or the other world, if you will. So yeah, I mean, it's essentially the same with the whole palaces, you know. So yeah, indeed. Also the known and the unknown is pretty toxic. So yeah. Alright. Yeah, man, there's some crossover, so I'm just super salty that I've actually starting to collect many of these games, and the point is I might not be streaming them. I will do a let's play, if you will, of the older ones. Not because I'm good at them, but just for archive and preservation. Because I think those games needs to be displayed and more known. So, in other words, I'm basically just trying to promote stuff that I like. And that's just what it is. So. It's very simple, so I'm very simple in that regard. Alright, let's do some... What is it? Oh no, Mothman, you failed me. I take that back, Mothman, you saved me. You gave me the life. Dark. There we go. Oh, there we go. I'm obviously a big fan of the classic Samsung games. We're talking about like 1, 2, and 3. Not in terms of like I've played them a lot, but I really appreciate what they are in terms of like games as an art. It sounds very cliche, the same way I have a lot of respect for Shadow of Colossus as a terms of storytelling. So. I think it's also those games could have been more successful if they came out at the right time. So. But I will say, as somebody who's also played a bit of Ico is another game like exactly same dude, so same dude. So, and this comes from somebody who played a lot of fighting games and stuff like that, and so it's not that I'm totally against the what is it called, the games being games. So. Am I stupid? I am. There we go. Oh. Again, I apologize for the break in between. I didn't really realize how much time it would take. So. Just be sure here. See him. Oh. There we go. Oh no. Patra? Yeah, that's the one we're going with, yeah. Oh boy. I actually haven't played Icon, to be fair, so... So yeah, I hope you like Metal Gear. But again, it's not like I'm totally, this is all I want to do. But I will do, like, once I pick a game, I will do that for a bit, so I'll at least make a quick run through it. I have stopped Diablo 2, because like how my little gimmick was basically level up with my character. So, so the running gag of that one was basically saying, alright, let's become the barbarian, so... You don't have so much time in this world. Yeah, exactly, and also, again, it's a wonderful problem to have with, like, if we're being honest here, right, so there is nothing wrong with that. Let's go. Alright. Lower that defense one. Boom. And he's face palming, he knows already. All through your head. And what did we get? Deadly horror. Alright. It's not too shabby. Nubisha did great. I'm being stupid. I know there is a way for me to get the apple. I'm being greedy here, but I wanna. Can't remember it. Sucks. And then talk to Anubis and Demon Haunt. Metal Gear, the first Metal Gear Solid game has a special place for me. I think 3 in terms of story is excellent. It's so good. But I think Metal Gear Metal Gear Solid 1 just has the correct amount of funny, if you will, and also the amount of cartoon silliness. And it's not totally... it's really carried, in my opinion, by the excellent voice acting and like performances from the actors. So. Because it's some absurd bullshit, and it doesn't look great at all nowadays. But since they are so well done, and the whole codec thing is just... This way here? Am I doing the same bullshit again? I think I am. Damn it! Oh, at least there's some here. Alright, let's check out the nav again. And I can't see. Oh. We will figure this out. I've done it before, I swear. It's just one of those things. Alright. How are we gonna get up there? Oh, yeah, by falling down the hole, of course. It's the obvious way. I think there's a clue there. Way there. Can you join this here? But yeah, if you have like any ideas for dope games, again, I wouldn't be really an expert on any of those or any comments in that, but again, sometimes it's good to hear what people are into. That one, maybe this one. Hole here. Persona 2 on Nocturne. Interesting. What is why Persona 2? Is that not that way? Let's see if there's any clue. Huh, maybe from up there. Picking it up somehow? Heavy into real world methods. Gotcha. It's actually 2 games. Huh. Alright. That's a good sales pitch. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think that in itself. Is Atlas willing to re-release anything that's older than Persona 3? I actually already have it, my man. So, yep. My dude, whatever, like, wham, I don't know. I'm just assuming here. This is the stuff you shouldn't do. I know it's 2025. Again, don't feel obliged to answer that one. It's a good assumption. I don't know if it's good or not, it's just fine. I'm not that cultured. Let me just say it like that. I mean, for F's sake, have you looked at my profile picture on Switch? Like, it's just, no. I still can't believe that they actually did a bit of collab with Slipknot with masks. That was just weird to me. The preview, I was like, oh, is Slipknot gonna do music? I was like, nope, they just did something with masks and Slipknot. Really, really odd. Of course. Do you stream yourself, by the way? If you do, don't feel ashamed about plugging yourself. We are... I'm saying we as a community, as a group of buddies, but in general, no, I never stream it. Oh, fair enough. I actually thought... I'm gonna say this in a nice way. I actually thought there would be nothing special about what I did. And to be fair, like, it's still kind of like that. But considering, like, everyone can just do it, and sometimes you might even be better at stuff than you think, it's a good way to just try out if you want. The one you saw before Possessor, he basically streams everything he plays. And I actually think if that is your hobby and you like being social, it's a pretty good idea. Yeah, I mean, again, you seem like to be very knowledgeable about SMT, so I think that's also a bit of, you know, knowing a bit about Carl Jung. That could be super useful to then speak about personal things other than just, you know, who is best waifu. I'm talking shit because here, but it seems like to be that franchise for people, you know. Nothing wrong with it, makes total sense. It's supposed to be a more of a, like especially 5 more of a live sim, so it makes total sense, but, you know. I think that would be cool, eh? Yeah. Having different insights and stuff, you know. Can't all be speedrunners or popular figures, you know. Sometimes it's just, especially with streaming, I guess, just showing, oh, I like this, and then people can join. And yeah, I think so. And again, I think do whatever you're passionate about, because that would be more infectious, if you will, or authentic, because and also you're more motivated for it when it goes bad. So I think that in itself is you will then be able to make it a priority and not forcing you to make it a priority, if you will. Take this. Oh no. Yeah, that's just good hard. Gotta die quickly. Yep. And you pull aggro. Hold on. Can we kill here? Ah, damn it. Joint. I also think that because Twitch is an easy way to, you know, stream and do stuff, I think you can actually have more success by being very niche than you would think. Because then people actually show up for the thing you do rather than you, so it's more about the niche interest in my opinion. Yes! Mine garrison, we can have more demons. Oh yeah, I used to say this a lot, by the way. If I do anything funny or stupid, or like you can clip me out of context to make me seem like an absolute idiot, feel free to do so. I actually think that's hilarious. I'm a big fan of that aspect of Twitch in general, because then you can goof around and be funny. So. No. No. Yep. Oh yeah, that. You and I know what that is. Oh, what happened? Oh no.
久しいな、ナホビの。そんなに警戒するな。今日は戦うつもりで来たわけではない。ナホビのよ、その力を認めぬがゆえに誘おう。神の法を捨て我らに手を貸さぬか。正義、秩序、道徳、法律、何年経とうとベテルの連中は変わらぬ。正しいのは自分たちであり、法に逆らう存在を抑圧し抹殺する。ナホビのよう、それに疑問を持たぬのか。罪なき人々を殺した悪魔が何を言っているの。法の神に魂まで縛られた者にとって死もまた一つの解放であろう。どうだ、この世界の理不尽な秩序から我らと共に脱する気はないか。その手を離しなさい。私たちはあなたたち悪魔の言葉に操られたりしないわ。
Illuminati confirmed. Do you see that Dorito hand?
そろそろ邪魔が入るか。ナホビノよ、また会おう。
奴らの気配を感じたか。
カディシュトゥなら逃げて。
そうか。
私たちはジョマの討伐を大天使。その名をここで聞くとはのう。
それで人の塩化か。ガ
しかしここでもまた奴らを逃すとは。
最後の仕上げに向こうへ行ったか。
そうかもしれん。
向こうって私たちの暮らす東京？
小僧の言う通りだ。奴らは
マガツヒを東京で。
都庁からも怪しい気配を感じる。それに必要な最後のマガツヒを集め、
また罪もない人たちが犠牲になるというの。よっ。
Thank you, Mothman. This game, man. I think this is the first demon recruitment I've done that didn't fuck up, so that's great, actually. It can't be done, chat, I swear. Mothman, please don't beat this bullshit. God damn it. Mothman, you had one job. Fire. Thanks, Mothman. As you can see, I'm totally a speedrunner, chat. I really like just to rush through the game. I think that's also part of my issue, like getting games done. Because I'm very, very bad at speedrunning. I don't like playing games that way. I think the only exception is like stuff like Resident Evil, because that is entirely incentivized. Racing games, obviously, because duh. But alright, I will show my age here, if you're kid on the drift here. I have played every single mainline Need for Speed game. This means even the first one. My first Need for Speed game was Need for Speed 2 SE Edition. Yeah. So when people say classic Need for Speed, I literally mean like Need for Speed 2 and stuff like that. My favorite is Need for Speed Most Wanted. I love that game. The original, of course. Not Burnout Light. So yeah. Easy. Underground was goated, man. At the time, I remember seeing that on the Xbox, and I was thinking to myself, holy shit, graphics have peaked. It's so silly saying that nowadays, but yeah. Hot Pursuit was goat at the game, man. I love the idea of like cop chases, and this is something I really miss from Need for Speed nowadays. I don't think they do it very well, and I think it would be personally the only reason for me to still play them, because I don't think the mechanics and stuff like that is solid enough. And yes. Yeah, the Pro Street I have a hard time with. I think the physics is in a weird in-between. Yeah. Not carbon most one. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. I think I've tried like everyone, even the obscure one. Undercover was really weird. I tried Shift as well, so. Yeah, it's good shout. I think you've played the good ones, like truly good ones. If you are into... I can see that, I can see that. It truly was groundbreaking for the time. I actually like Underground more because I found the maps to be better. The physics are weird though, like, it's really strange. But of one. And also the rubber banding in all black box games, which are the developers behind Hot Pursuit 2 for PS2, Underground 2, Most Wanted Carbon. That era, and also Pro Street actually, but yeah, that is like the classic era, if you will. Those have some of the most bullshit rubber banding you'll ever seen, and if you really push it to the maximum, you'll see the game glitch out in Need for Speed Underground, which is great, and Most Wanted especially. It's hilarious. It's kind of shit, to be honest, but it's just one of those things, like, it's over 20 years old, what are you gonna say? It's bad? Like, oh. Nice, yeah. Gran Turismo I have a soft spot for. I really like what they represent for car culture, and I love how they made sim mainstream. I think the Forza Horizon, since I don't really are a PC gamer or not, but the fact that they're coming to PlayStation is really nice. To be fair, like Motorsport I haven't really tried at all. And I'm kinda, it could be cool and all, but Horizon I think is much more interesting. Because it's the open world thing and the arcadey feeling. And since you mentioned Pro Street, I feel like in essence, Horizon is basically Pro Street but open world. Which I think is super awesome. It's a great idea. So. Oh, nice. I haven't tried that one out. Are you a JDC? Are you a JDM nerd now? Or a JDM enthusiast, depending on how we prefer to call it. Tend to like JDM. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Makes sense, makes sense. Also, you being American, I'm actually very much into American cars, because I'm European and living in Denmark. Those kind of cars seems to have a bad rep, and like very trashy, yada yada yada. But to me they were super cool because they were cartoonish and ridiculous, so... Again, I like JDM cars. NSX is super cool, it's like one of my favorite cars of all time. Honda NSX, that is. And Mazda RX-7 is super cool as well. Super, Skyline, all these kind of stuff. But, if I have the choice, I usually always go with old boxy muscle car things and Corvettes specifically. I really just like how simple they are and have a clean, old school design. Very retro. The same way like the Porsche 911 is, but just in a very different vibe. Traditional, if you will. I like it a lot. I'm also one of the weirdos that think it's a bit sad that the Corvette went from being front rear-wheel drive to be mid-engine, but I mean, it's pretty obvious why, but oh, stupid. I like older NSX. Indeed, yeah, I didn't even think about the new one. Yeah, you're right. I think those are super cool. In general, the Honda with the engines back in the day was super nice too. I know VTEC is a meme, but generally, like, when that stuff was new, it was ridiculous. I think still, in terms of, to this day, I think the S2000, the first gen, has like one of the fastest piston speeds you can get from like a non-race car things. It travels like at max RPM like I can't remember. I calculated this some years ago because I was into mean piston speed. It was. This is getting really nerdy out of sudden. It's like 24 meters per second or something like that, max RPM. And if you consider like the engine stroke, and an engine is essentially an air pump, like that is a lot of air in and out. So very, very, very fast, very good for pumping air in and out. So if you're thinking of terms of like getting air and fuel out of a cylinder chamber, right? Yeah, that is. I really like. Fair enough. Yeah, that's the new gen, right? But is that the BMW Super, or is it Mark 3? Fuck it, I guess we talk about cars now. So yeah, that's another thing I like. Oh, that's the old Super. So, oh, we're talking first gen, which I'm used to people saying Mark Super. Oh, Mark 4, gotcha. I understand what you mean now. You? Gotcha. I'm just used to people saying that instead of. But you're right. Yeah, 2JC, yeah. Yeah, that's the engine, so. Yep. I wonder what else it came with. I'm not really sure. I'm not that much knowledgeable about it, to be fair. What are you doing, Mothman? Oh, there. Thank me hard. No. Oh, you don't want to fight anymore? So, yeah. Yeah, it seems like that's the one everybody likes. like from a certain age, like the most. I also think a lot of it has to do with the culture we grew up with. I'm just assuming here, you know. Especially also saying like you're really going into underground, so it makes total sense. I feel in specifically that era, like JDM had like such a prestige. Like with the Gran Turismo, Fast and Furious, as much as people know it now with the Dawn Family Toretto, they used to be car movies, like actual about car culture. And yeah, sometimes we just tend to forget about that. And it's, I've worked a bit with kids as well, and you see them talk about Supers and Skylines in the way we used to talk about Lamborghinis. So I think culturally they've kind of won. Like, it's pretty impressive. Because I remember growing up as like 10-year-old or whatever, like we didn't talk about Masters and Toyotas like that, or Nissans. We talked about Lamborghinis and Ferraris. So I think a lot of them nowadays, in my opinion, have kind of missed the mark. I think it's just old, like influencer stuff you see on social media that flexing their Ferraris. But for people who are into cars nowadays, it doesn't seem to be that impressive. It doesn't seem to have the same kind of cred amongst those who know. It's not just a flex symbol, if you want. Like the first movie, yeah, sure. Yeah. I think they were fun for what they were. So. You can definitely tell, like, the way Need for Speed back in the day banked on those things. And I think it was a ballsy move, so... Back in then, especially with Underground, they showed that, yeah, this is gonna be a big thing, and then they had the foresight to just go ham on that one. So me, as an old Need for Speed player, that was really weird to me, because I was like, where's Lamborghini, where's Ferrari, where's Supercar? But I think the way you built into the cars, like you grew with them, and like the customization mattered, was really cool. And I think before that one, it was Hot Pursuit, and before that there was Porsche Unleashed. So it was very, very different vibes. I personally think it was an S journey. What they did back then, but what am I even doing now, man? I'm just derping around. Alright, let's check the map. I think as well in America you have a different kind of perspective, you know? Not to like also them stuff, but to me, like the way you... This is an assumption as well, like we really... Oh hey Black Forest. Yeah, you are cool, Black Forest. I think like American cars is very, very popular as retro things. Like in Denmark it's huge, so there's... I actually live in a town where we have an Elvis museum, as funny as it is called. It's called Memphis Mansion, so it's basically a private collection. And there are usually many American cars going out, so having these retro ones. So yeah, also you can see people who are importing specifically. Probably like American ones. Yeah. So. Yeah, the good old LS starts out. They're cool. I also think a lot. Nice. There we go. And can we mix? We can. Hail Hydra. this here. There we go. Oh, I'm not in high enough level yet. Damn. Damn it. Me being Danish, spoiler alert, it's really cool also seeing Jan Magnussen, which is a Danish race car driver. Like, you've been running a lot for Corvette, so that's pretty cool. His son does Formula 1 now, like as he used to do many years ago. Didn't was that successful, but yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, super cool. Yeah. Also, the LS7 was super nice seeing. I remember reading a bit about it, and it was like a big displacement engine, but it was very compact because of it having overhead cams. So not overhead valves, it was just cam and block, so the center of gravity was low. So reading about a massive engine and displacement being very compact was sick to learn. So about. Also, I loved how traditional they were. So yeah, it's very nice. What do I want to do? Let's get the medals, and then Demon Compendium, and then hopefully... Oh, he's just staring up there. Right. Yeah, exactly. It's really cool. And it is, again, I know it's just a number and everything, but it seems to be such a cool thing to just have a large displacement engine like that. And also how well it's made. Like insane pulling power, and yeah. It's very nice. Then compact, you can slap it in many things. It's just, I know it's a meme, especially like with the whole LS one, but you know, there's so many things for a reason that is based upon it. And even from like an engineering point of view, like technical complexity isn't really nice for anything but nerds, you know. I mean, we can appreciate it and everything, yeah. But the more simple you have something, the less things can fuck up, and it's easier to diagnose. So this is why all these engine diagnostic things are so important nowadays, because it's so damn complicated. Ah, that's good. Damn it. Ah. Yeah. That was an L. Truly. I also commend Ford and Chevy now for doing actually naturally aspirated engines in an era where everything is turbocharged, and being very good at doing the stuff that Europeans used to be good, like do the most. I think they're still good at it, not that. It's just very interesting to see how it goes full cycle, full circle, if you know. Yay, Apple! Oh, the Takarori. There we go. You know what, let's get some Hydra. Shall we? I'm so indecisive right now. I see. I see. There's a Magatsuki rail I'm using here, and there's also another one. I just love the exploration, you know? It is truly about the journey, and I understand people who play JRPGs for story and setting, but this whole, like, explore the area, scout this, found that, found resource, go back, the way it synergizes me, if you will. Like, get stronger, then do the demon thing, then manage this, then do this, find the area too. So while it seems like you're watching here, I just do a bunch of nothing, it doesn't feel like that at all. Oh! Look at this moth mussy, right? Meep meep. There we go. I knew there was something. When stuff's hard, just quit, give up, and you'll find a way eventually. Ah, damn. I think that's enough. Will I be able to? Report back to Bill Japan. Gotcha.
戻ったか。東京ではカディシュトゥカラスを追った君たちに代わり、我々はあれから急激なまでに体調を崩す者が続出し、都内では不要の外出を禁じるように。
外出禁止？
Danish, yep.
ああ、初めは浄蔵寺にいた者たちだったのだが、次第にベテルのスタッフたちもだ。原因不明だが、浄蔵寺に近づくのが危険だが、原因がわからぬ状況では説明もできない。故に
なるほど。
ただ幸いなことに、あれから使用化する人間は出ている。ベテルとしてはこれ以上打つ手がなく、君たちの帰りを待っていた。
Yep, indeed. I'm in from Denmark. Yep.
人を悪魔から守るためのベテルが自らそんなことを、しかもそれを行っていたのがカディシュトゥの狙いが都庁を使った神殺しだと。そのためにマガツヒを集めているとしたら、君たちの話を聞く限り原因不明の体調不良はカディシュトゥの仕業。あの者たちが何らかの手段でより多くのマガツヒを集めようとした結果、この状況になっているのだろう。
Indeed. The music in SMT is really cool.
原因があると思われる醸造所を君たちで調べに行ってもらえないだろうか。
それなら僕も同行します。東京の人たちを守るために。だから改めてベテルに。
元気になったようだね。
ナホビノである君だけに話したいことが、今から寮の屋上まで来てほしい。
Oh no. Yeah, music actually helped me get into this. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the music of this game. It's also nice having an RPG where it isn't orchestral music all the time. Don't get me wrong, it has a, place in, right place and now and then, but it's kind of been a bit cliche, hasn't it? So this SMT thing seems very refreshing because of it. I also understand metaphor is basically them trying to do the thing I called cliched. So it seems a bit different from that one. Because they never used to do this, it's always school setting and post-apocalyptic stuff, as far as I'm aware. In the real world instead of fantasy. Or real world adjacent, if you want.
それをまず君に聞いてもらいたいんだ。僕はナホビノになる。僕はあれからいろいろ考えたんだ。悩みながら東京を歩いていて、当たり前のことだよね。みんなそれぞれに人生がある。だからこれから僕は宮津と同じように苦しむ人を助けようと決めたんだ。これまで僕と宮津を育ててくれた東京で、そう決めた時、小清水長官からつくよみという天つかみの知恵が僕なんだと聞かされたよ。さらに僕が望むならナホビノになり、東京を守ることができるとも言われた。だから決心したんだ。僕はナホビノ僕をどんな風に見ていたんだい？
バカ。
とにかく聞いてくれてありがとう。話はこれで終わりだ。醸造寺へ行こ
う。Yeah, I mean, I understand the whole escapism. It's not too, but again, it makes this game more, if you will, distinct. It doesn't feel. It's kind of remember that time of a gaming era where everything was a zombie shooter or a zombie co-op game or whatever. It's kind of one of those things, right? So just by not being that, it already seems very distinct. Or being, a racing game that isn't, an open world racing game or something. It is nice to have a different flavor of stuff.
怪しい気配というか、不可思議な力が働いている気がする。言われてみれば。
Yeah, even.
これは
You name it, dude. Days Gone, Last of Us tried to be more, it is that, but more serious, yeah.
触るな。これはカディシュトゥが用いるマガスヒ収集の罠。
Metal Gear Survive,
なぜ止める？これを壊せば奴らの狙いを。
死にたいなら止めはせぬが、それだけ溜まったマガツ比を下手に刺激すると、この辺り一帯が大変なことになるぞ。
お前たちが死ぬのは構わぬが、ジョマどもの手がかりがなくなるのは問題だ。
我らはジョマを追っているのじゃが、奴らは用心深く姿を隠しておる。
だがマガツヒ集めに執着する連中だ。集めたマガツヒを回収するところを抑えればいい。
つまりおとりにすると。
だがこの装置が動いている限り、誰かがマガツヒを吸われているのでは。
それがどうした？俺の目的はカディシュトゥだ。
そのためにマガツヒを吸われて倒れる人間がいても仕方がないと。
そう目くじらを立てずともよいじゃろう。この罠の規模から囚われている人間はせいぜい数百人。大した数ではあるまい。
僕たちの目的だってカディシュトゥを倒すことだけど、目的のために苦しむ人が出るなんて、それが正しいことだとは思えない。みんな手を貸してくれ。ヤクモを倒し人々を助けるぞ。
Yeah, 60 flavors of roguelike. That's a one-way switch. Again, I have no issue with it. But again, in a genre that is as old and as most RPGs, you know. Oh no! He will hit us with the mixtape. It's dark. Yeah, we don't like you. We need let's see. Yeah, you run away. Oh, so. Nice! Oh, dude, you have no idea. I am very much a very pessimistic person with this stuff like this. So. I'm very indifferent about many games in general. Like, I'm actually at that level of. Darn it. Let's get that turn. What a dumbass. Perfect. Watch me die instantly here. I can relate to you a lot on that one. Just a sec. Yeah, it was really good. Truly, something special. At the time, we didn't really realize how good it was. Maybe the PS2 was the friends we made along the way. I think also there's also another thing we don't really think about, in my opinion. Another thing I don't really think we think about. What a stupid sentence. My point is, not to take the piss out of myself, I don't think it was as exaggerated, if you will, the market. So when something was new, it felt more, you know, look at this one. I think because there's so many things out there, it's hard to even notice. It's hard when everything, there's so much of it, it doesn't seem special. It has to be even more distinct. And also, when you go back in time, you also have the benefit of the stuff that is really good is the stuff you remember. So. But again, was it actually limited? Oh boy! I thought I was being smart. So much for that. Yeah, I'll die again. Right, Bell learn to block. Take this L. F you. Good thing I saved. Right. Alice. Take this L. So right, it's basically guard, right? Oh, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, that's I mean, it's actually a wonderful problem to have if you think about it. There's so much out there, but I also think in a weird way, in a very weird way, it also highlights the necessity of maybe just being more weird, if you will, because if there's so much out there, or this is just me take here, but I think either it has to be the prettiest, it has to be the most weird, or it has to be the most mechanically in depth. So, and sometimes it can be very, very, very influential, and that is enough, if you will. But it is a very hard thing to do because game development is super expensive and super complicated, and it's a market that's getting bigger and bigger, so it's hard doing that. Deja vu. Yeah, exactly. I remember that, as you said, so. The whole reaction channel streamer thing. Really, really sold it well, and RE7 I thought would be a very mid game, but it turns out to be super well made and very serious. So that was like a case of where I was like, oh, I didn't expect that one being that good. Also in VR, it's surprisingly good. Like I didn't think that game would be as good as it actually was. It really impressed me and really. Took me for a ride with how great that actually was. So yeah, don't underestimate things before you try it. Right, I forgot about this here. I think RE7 is truly great for being a horror game, but I think it's a bad Resident Evil game. And this sounds like it sounds horrible to say this, but hear me out on this one. RE is known for enemy designs. There are like only 3 types of enemies. The only reason why that gets a pass is because of the family. If they didn't have the family, it would be horrible. And also, the way it was written was also very cool. But besides Madhouse, I don't really think there's much replayability besides DLC. But for what it is, it's super dope. So like, you can't hate on it. Like, you truly can't. Again, it basically showed that you can still make these kind of games. So I think for that alone, they're absolutely cool. Hellblade. I haven't tried that one. I haven't tried that one. This will be useful. Right. Check out a shelf. Fair enough. A new game that seems very, very cool. It's coming from Racing Game is the new one called Screamer. It used to be like an arcadey thing, but it's very not arcadey, but like very old school Need for Speed-esque. But now it's basically Ridge Racer with anime, and it's a twin stick drift game. It seems very cool. I really enjoy it actually, and it feels unique, and also not being what was it called? Not being oh, I'm a dumbass. The OST is very well, and it's not necessarily my my favorite genre at all, music-wise, but it is so well done. You can just appreciate it, you know. It seems very genuine. Thanks for the heads up. Right, yeah, we skip this one. Fire. I really need fire still. There we go. There we go. And yeah, just block. Just block. Don't be smart, just block. Alice? Yeah, Alice is good. Yeah, more turns. Yeah, it's just she's not resisting him. So the reason why I did Black Cross was basically just to make sure I only just hit one. Yeah, he did mess around. Delete it. And we don't like. Oh, and it crits. Perfect. It's garden time. Any fire based. The closest thing is this guy, which is an L actually part on actually pretty L-like on my part. Thanks for the heads up though. And she died. As you can see, first try shot. And as you can see on replay, it even warns you that this is problematic. So it's totally your own fault if you die.
僕らの勝ちだ。あの仕掛けを安全に止める方法を探らせてもらう。磯の神、来てくれ。君たちはここを頼んだ。
ヤクモ。
あなたは神魔を憎み、人のための世界を築くと言った。だけどあなたは弱い人を切り捨て犠牲にしようとした。
言ったはずだ。人の世界に悪魔に組みする人間は不要。
彼の言う通り、悪魔に組みすることは許さないけど、その力を利用することはいいなんて。それは詭弁に聞こえる。 あなたとジョカが共にあるための。あなたは矛盾している。
Yoko has no fucks given.
矛盾?
Alright, I think after this one here, cutscene depending on where we are, I will send you over to a buddy of mine. Because it has been 2 hours. I'm sorry with the thing here and there. So. But life be life. No problem. I hope you're enjoying. I'm sure so do.
今のはちと痛かったぞ。
こいつは利用価値があるから俺のそばにいるまで。
Alright, Kaz, you're from Tekken. The fight is left about who's left
どん
standing.
なこ
Nothing
と
more.
をしてでも生き延びる。そういう人間だけが生に値するのだ。
彼らは
一時的にだけど装置を止めることができたわ。これで被害者も楽になるはずよ。
この間にベテルに調査を頼んで解除を試みよう。すぐに長官へ報告に戻るとしよう。
Right. I'll go back here to then make the see what happens story-wise, and then yeah. And I think on that one bombshell, I'll call it stream. Hopefully, it will not be a lot of exposition dump now, because that would be perfect.
戻ったか。
はい。醸造時に仕掛けられていたカディ。
一時的に装置を停止させてあるので、この間。
了解した。すぐに日本支部の件。
ですが、カディシュトゥたちとは遭遇しませんでした。
なるほど。では、日本支部の護衛を用意する。君に聖女、そして広峰君。君たカディシュトゥたちが都庁を使った神下ろしを画策しているなら、もし発見したら迷わず倒してほしい。
わかりました。ゆずる君は別行動ですか？
うん。初田君は私と一緒に各地を捜索しながら都庁前に向かうつもりだ。発見できなければそこで落ち合おう。
Alright, see you folks, and have a good Sunday. Oh, I don't have the commands. Damn. What an pretty bad, right? And this one will stop there. See you folks.